Let's starts now. The Sovereign's Cage. The Giant King Reia. Scene 1. The breach of the Golden Gate. The massive gatekeeper giant lies in a heap of shattered golden armor at the entrance of the Shinjuku Gate. Sung Jin-Woo stands over the carcass, his chest heaving. His daggers, Veruca's dagger and the Demon King's longsword are dripping with thick cerulean blood. Level up, level up. He was just the dog at the door, Jin-Woo whispers, looking into the swirling black abyss of the gate. The real monster is waiting inside. He turns to his shadows. Igris, Beru, and Tusk are standing in a semicircle, their eyes fixed on the entrance. They can feel it too. The pressure coming from inside isn't just mana, it's an authority. Beru, take the lead, Jin-Woo commands. If anything breathes, kill it. With a screech that shatters the nearby glass buildings, Beru dives into the darkness, followed by Jin-Woo and the rest of the Shadow Army. Scene 2. The Hall of the Ancients. Inside the gate, the environment is not a dungeon. It is a vast, subterranean throne room that seems to stretch for miles. The ceiling is held up by pillars made of white marble, each etched with scenes of a war between winged beings and shadow creatures. As they march deeper, they encounter no resistance, no smaller giants, no traps, just an eerie, heavy silence. "My liege," Igris speaks, his voice echoing in Jin-Woo's mind. This place, it feels like a tomb, not a nest. Suddenly, the darkness at the end of the hall parts. A light, cold and blue, illuminates a massive figure sitting on a throne. But this giant is different. He isn't standing ready to fight. He is bound. Huge, glowing chains, forged from pure light, are wrapped around his arms, legs, and neck, pinning him to the stone throne. This is Reia, the sovereign of beginnings, the king of the giants. Scene 3. The Conversation of Kings. Jin-Woo stops 10 paces from the throne. Even bound and weakened, Reia's presence is overwhelming. He is nearly 100 feet tall, his skin white as bone, and his eyes, they aren't the mindless blue fire of the other giants. They are deep, intelligent, and filled with 1,000 years of hatred. So, the Giant King speaks. His voice doesn't come from his mouth. It vibrates directly into Jin-Woo's skull. The Shadow Monarch has finally found a human skin to wear. Tell me, Ashborn, is the void so lonely that you had to return to this pathetic world? Jin-Woo frowns. I am not Ashborn. My name is Sung Jin-Woo, and you're supposed to be the boss of this dungeon. Reia laughs, a sound like grinding tectonic plates. Boss? Dungeon? You still believe the lies of the system? We are not monsters for you to hunt, little human. We are sovereigns. We are the survivors of a war that burned the heavens. I was captured by the rulers and thrown into this cage to serve as your experience points. Scene 4. The Truth of the War. Jin-Woo steps closer, his curiosity piqued. The rulers? The sovereigns? Explain. Reia's eyes glow brighter. The universe began as a battle between light and darkness. The rulers, the fragments of light, wanted to preserve the world. The sovereigns, the fragments of darkness, wanted to destroy it. I am the sovereign of beginnings, but I was betrayed. Now, the rulers use us to train humans like you, so you can become vessels for the other monarchs when the real war arrives. Jin-Woo looks at his hands. The system he had relied on suddenly felt like a leash. If you are a sovereign, Jin-Woo says, why are your children out there slaughtering Tokyo? They are not my children anymore, Reia spits. They are mindless husks, controlled by the ruler's mana. They are being used to lure you here, to see if the black heart inside you is ready. Scene 5. The Offer of the Giant. The Giant King leans forward as much as the chains allow. Free me, Shadow Monarch. Break these chains of light. If you do, I will fight by your side. Together, we can burn the rulers and their system to the ground. You want to save your world? A single sovereign is worth more than 1,000,000 S-Rank hunters. Jin-Woo hesitates. The power Reia is offering is immense. With the King of Giants and his army, no gate would ever pose a threat again. System warning. The Sovereign of Beginnings is attempting to manipulate the player. Quest update. Kill the Sovereign of Beginnings to complete the Ranks Gate. M, the system says I have to kill you, Jin-Woo says, his daggers appearing in his hands. The system is a cage, Reia roars, the chains of light glowing violently. Are you a king or are you a puppet? Scene 6, the Shadow's Instinct. Jin-Woo closes his eyes. He feels the black heart pulsing. He listens to the shadows of his own soldiers. He is lying, my liege, Beru whispers. I can smell the rot in his soul. He does not want to help you. He wants to eat you. Jin-Woo opens his eyes. His pupils are now sharp, violet slits. You're right, Reia. The system is a cage, but you aren't an ally. You're a predator who got caught. Jin-Woo lunges. He doesn't aim for the chains. He aims for Reia's heart. The Giant King's face twists from a mask of wisdom to one of pure demonic rage. Then die, human! If I cannot have my freedom, I will have your soul! Scene 7, the Battle of the Throne Room. Despite being chained, Reia can still manipulate the mana in the room. He breathes out a blast of frost and shadow that instantly kills several of Jin-Woo's lower-ranked shadow soldiers. Tusk, protection! Jin-Woo shouts. Tusk raises his orb, creating a massive gravity shield that deflects the blast. Jin-Woo uses the distraction to run up the Giant King's massive arm. He activates Mutilate. The daggers become a blur. Pieces of Reia's ancient skin fly into the air. But the Giant King is durable. He slams his chained head into Jin-Woo, sending the hunter flying across the hall. You are nothing! Reia screams. A shadow of a shadow! Scene 8. The Shadow Monarch's authority. Jin-Woo stands up, wiping blood from his lip. He feels a new power surging from the black heart. It's not just strength, it's command. You talk too much for a prisoner, Jin-Woo says. He raises his hand. Ruler's authority! The invisible force doesn't pull Reia, it pulls the chains. Jin-Woo uses the ruler's own magic against the sovereign. He tightens the chains of light, crushing Reia's throat. The Giant King gasps, his eyes bulging. Jin-Woo appears in front of his face, standing on the air itself. I am the one who decides who rises and who falls, Jin-Woo says. He drives both daggers into Reia's eyes, then drags them down to his throat. A massive explosion of blue and black mana rocks the entire dungeon. The pillars begin to crumble. You have defeated the Sovereign of Beginnings. Reia, level up, level up, level up. Scene 9, the failed extraction. The body of the Giant King begins to dissolve into black smoke. This is the biggest shadow Jin-Woo has ever seen. The mana is so dense it's almost liquid. Jin-Woo extends his hand. His heart is pounding. If I get him, I become a god. Arise, the shadow thrashes. The ground cracks. But the purple light doesn't take hold. Extraction failed. The target's soul has been reclaimed by the void. What? Jin-Woo stares at his empty hand. Why? The architect's voice, a recorded message from the system, echoes in his mind. Sovereigns cannot be turned into shadows. They are the source of darkness itself. You cannot own what you are. Jin-Woo stands in the empty, collapsing throne room. He didn't get the shadow, but he got something else. The realization that he is now a target for every other monarch in existence. Scene 10. The return to the light. Jin-Woo walks out of the Shinjuku Gate. The sun is rising over the ruins of Tokyo. Thousands of Japanese citizens are gathered around the perimeter, silent. As Jin-Woo steps onto the street, the first person to see him is Hanakawa, the young hunter he saved. She falls to her knees. Then, one by one, the entire crowd of thousands of people bows down. They don't see a Korean hunter. They see the savior of their nation. But Jin-Woo isn't looking at them. He's looking at the sky. 3 shooting stars are falling toward Earth. But they aren't stars. They are the monarch of frost, the monarch of beasts, and the monarch of plagues. They have arrived to finish what the giants started. Jin-Woo standing in the center of a bowing Tokyo, his shadow stretching out to cover the entire street. In the reflection of his eyes, the 3 monarchs land in different parts of the world. The screen cuts to black as the system says, "The Great War has officially begun." End of. episode.